Chapter 2. The Ancient Paintbrush. Let's read. A long time ago, there was a small town in Egypt. A little boy named Darius lived with his parents. His parents were potters and made beautifully painted clay pots. Darius was a very obedient child. Every day after school, he would help his parents in their shop. Darius also enjoyed painting a lot. He wanted to buy a set of paint brushes for himself. However, his parents were very poor. He never wanted to fuss. So, instead of brushes, he used his father's chisel and hammer to carve beautiful pictures on the walls of his village. The villagers were amazed at the child's talent and would always appreciate his work. This was enough for Darius. One night in his sleep, Darius met a magician. The magician said that he was very happy with his sincerity and wanted to gift him a magic brush. "Dear child," he instructed, "whatever you paint with a brush will come to life. But remember, the power of the brush will remain only till you help the needy. If you draw anything to satisfy your greed, the brush will lose its power." Darius suddenly woke up and realized that he had the golden brush in his hand. He immediately wanted to test the brush, and so he drew a swan. To his surprise, the swan came to life and flew away. Darius was a kind-hearted child. He began to paint clothes for the beggar, food for the old woman next door, and so on. Needy people thronged his house requesting him for food and clothing. The king of the land was very greedy. When he heard of the magic brush, he immediately summoned Darius to his court. He wanted to use the brush to satisfy his greed. He took the brush in his hands and began to paint a mountain of gold. But the brush lost its power as soon as it came in the hands of a greedy man. He could draw nothing. The king became very angry.
"Don't worry, O king, I will make you a mountain of gold."
Darius prayed to the brush to help him teach the king a lesson. He began to paint a sea with an island in the center. On the island, he built a mountain of gold. Then he made a huge ship and asked the king to board it, as it would take him to gold. The king, in his foolishness, did not hesitate for a minute and boarded the ship. Darius quickly painted stormy waves, and there began a tempest in the sea.
"You should be ashamed of yourself. O king, you had all the power, but you only used it to trouble your people. Now you will stuck in this storm forever."
"Save me! I will die!" "No, Darius, please, I beg for forgiveness. I promise to be wise and selfless."
"I'm sure you have learnt your lesson, O king."
When the king begged Darius to save him, he started to paint calm waves and brought the ship to the coast. The king promised to never be greedy again and rule his kingdom wisely.